Hi everyone, Eve here, and today I want to talk with you about a very interesting theme. I want to talk with you about cost of doing business. A couple of months ago, I passed through the comment when somebody did try to convince people that it's just $5, it's just $30. You need to invest in your business to buy the better app. You need to leave all these free apps because free apps take your time, and time, it is something which is really valuable. I agree with you, the time is really valuable. However, when we talk about something which we're going to spend, such as app or some kind of subscription or some kind of membership site or coaching or anything we do for our business, it all comes back to one important thing, which is called cost of doing business. And today I had a word with my business coach, and actually we had a little bit discussion about the cost of doing business. That's why I remember about this today. So what I want to discuss with you, perhaps some of you never thought about that, but that's pretty interesting thing. For example, in photography business, there is a lot of expensive equipment, such as cameras, such as lenses, such as other equipment, lighting, some kind of computer which is relevant for editing and all these kind of things, a lot of other things. And those, for example, come for about, let's say $10,000. The $10,000 you already invest in your business. So if you will spread it on a year, for example, you use this equipment for over a year, or if you're going to use this equipment, say, for the next 3 years, you actually have to take this $10,000, spread it on 3 years, and actually build $3,000 in every year. So let's say that our equipment is about $3,000 to $5,000. Let's go by the round figures, let it be 5,000, because right now we talk about abstract costs, and it depends what kind of camera you have or something like this. So 5,000 for 1 year for photography equipment and maintenance is fine. Then I recently calculated that if you want to have a proper office, if you want to have, say, studio in photography case, if you want to have some kind of car in which you transport your equipment to your clients, so car is necessary, this all will come to you for about $50,000 per year. To be on a comfortable part, obviously you can make it in $20,000 per year, but if we talk about serious business, let us take 50,000. So we will take 50,000, we will add 3,000 of the equipment, and we will actually have cost of doing business, which means office, cars, telephones, internet, helpers and driver, and your salary. So the cost of doing business would be approximately $55,000 in a year. Let's make it to 60,000, so it will be just easier to calculate. So if we will add it to $60,000, we need to understand that we're also going to pay taxes. And as we're going to pay taxes, actually this will be about 40 to 30% of your cost. Add this 40-30%, which means 60,000 plus 30 or 40% of this. So will be about, say, maybe, okay, $40,000 more. So $40,000 more plus $60,000, it's $100,000. But $100,000, it's something which is fit exactly in that what we need to get in a year to be sustainable. All right, so if we will divide, say, year has 12 months, so we will divide this $100,000 on 12, we will have somewhere around 8,000 or sort of. So $8,000 per month we need to have to sustain the business when the cost of doing business is 100,000. But we also can think that we're going to develop more for our business. We need something for advertising, we need something to make profit, we need something to grow our business. So I will give you $12,000 a year, as our ideal figure which we need to make in a year. Again, it's random figures just for the comfort of calculation. So our ideal figure will be $10,000 in a month, or minimum $8,000 in a month, which means that if we want to be sustainable, we need to earn $8,000 in a month, and if we want to make profit and have some minimal growth, we need to have $10,000 in a month. As you see, when we divide this figure in a month, we understand that there's just $2,000 difference. So when you see your capacity, then you need to earn $8,000 or $10,000. How many clients you can accommodate in a month to make $10,000? It's pretty simple math. For example, I can accommodate 2 people or say 5 people for $1,000, for example. So if I will accommodate 5 clients in a month for $5,000, I will make $5,000. I will not be able to make $10,000, even 8. So when I calculate in like this, it's pretty simple. We start thinking mathematically, and we can understand that, or I have to increase my price, so my product has to cost $2,000 if I can accommodate only individual 5 clients, or I have to think about group program. In a group program, I can't charge $1,000 for 1 client, because again, figures are approximate figures. I mean, I can charge anything, but for example, for the group program, in this situation, I would be able to charge only $300. But if I will take $300 and 10 people in one group, and I will be able to make, for example, 3 groups in a month, which is doable because the amount of time spent on groups will be about the same as I would spend on individuals, and I will have 3 groups and, for example, 1 individual client. I will be able to create $10,000. Now, here is a question. 3 groups with 10 people in each group. No, sorry. $300. Right. 10 people in each group. So 10 people in each group, it is 30 people in a month and 1 person individual. If I have to find 30 people who every month taking my product, is that realistic? I need to see this based on my advertising feedback. So I start to build my advertising based on these numbers. And then I will probably realize that I will not be able to have sustainability with 30 people in a month. It is just not doable. Maybe I will have just 2 groups in a month sometimes. And then again, if you have just 2 groups in a month, and 2 groups brings us $6,000, and then we have to increase the amount of individual clients, we still will go to about $8,000. So whatever calculation, maybe I missed somewhere with calculation, I kind of think that probably I did miss with calculation, but the point is that we need to understand how many people we can accommodate and how many people we can take individually, time-wise, to achieve the figure which is comfortable for us to have not only sustainable but profitable business. So in that particular moment, it's very easy for you to understand how much your programs will cost, how many apps you can take as paid apps, and how many apps it's probably good to take as free apps, because every single $10 which you actually spend in a month will be spread in your product cost. It doesn't happen like this. Like if you earn $8,000 and sustainability of your business is $8,000 in a month, you just can't afford to buy another subscription for $50. You need to calculate the thing. So there is nothing just. There is nothing like, oh, I will buy this coaching program, and coaches say that, all right, it is just 1 client. It's not just 1 client. if my business sustainability is $8,000 in a month and I want to make $10,000 in a month, I would definitely need to understand that my this $5,000 will be spread across all my clients. And that means that my cost will rise automatically, maybe on $1,000 or maybe on $500 or sort of like that. So we need to be very specific in that when we spend and calculate our business sustainability and our business profitability and feed our costs, our prices within this range. I hope it was understandable and makes sense for you, because I heard this question 1,000 times. Oh, I'm not sure how to actually price my programs, how many courses I need to have. The simple technique of calculation of the cost of doing business will help you understand how many clients you need, how much you need to charge, and how much you need to make to actually make your business profitable. And its simple plan will also help you to create goals for the next 5 years or so, because you will be able to understand what is the progression you're able to build with that what you're doing just right now. So I hope it was helpful, and that's it for today. I believe it was particularly long video, but I hope it would actually make sense to you, and see you next time. Bye bye.